name is Elliot Threet, and I want to tell you, had a weird morning. I was in my hotel room, and the maid walked in on me naked. Finally. I mean, I'm a big guy that's a long time no to yoga pose. I went from downward dog to butterscotch Buddha in no time at all. That's right, black doesn't crack, but it sure as hell expands, doesn't it? I have a washboard stomach, I'm just doing a load of towels. Clearly, I'm a front loader, clearly. You know, I try to lose weight. I'm in an over 60 basketball league, which is kind of neat. Over 60 basketball is kind of different. When you're over 60 basketball and you cross over, that means you died on the court, pretty much. But I'm trying to lose weight, and you know, I do the basketball, and everybody works out. They get all sweaty. They go to the locker room, take a shower. I go home. We work out, get all sweaty. They take a shower. I go home. They finally said, "Elliot, why don't you take a shower when we take a shower?" I said I would, but I could, but I can't because of a fat guy rule. I go, what's fat guy rule? Fat guy rule is if I can't see it, you can't see it. Why should you know what's going on before I do? I am old, and I hate it. My kids always remind me that that's the crappy part about it, because my adult son who lives with me, we went to go see Maverick Top Gun. Have you seen this movie? Really good, right? So we're getting ready to sit down the movie, and right as we sit down, my son says to me, "Hey, Dad, you know what? You and Tom Cruise are the same age, and he's a bazillionaire." And I said to him, "You know what? You and Patrick Mahomes are the same age. You live in my basement." Tom Cruise is making everybody 60 look bad. He always, he does all that stuff, makes us look like wimps, right? It's always the music, right? He jumps off the cliff on a motorcycle, dun, 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 dun. Hangs off airplane, dun, dun. I need that music when I do challenging stuff. I'm gonna hook my home phone up to the Wi-Fi, son. Dun, dun, dun. I'll take the stairs, dun, dun, dun.
You ever seen Nancy Pelosi? She's had so much plastic surgery, she looks like Fire Marshal Bill's sister. Fire Marshal Pelosi here.
Guys, I'm back at home. So I grew up in Kansas City. I was gone for 20 years. And my wife and I just moved back 2 years ago. I was in California, Southern California. People all the time ask me, they're like, how bad was California? How bad was it? My God. It's bad enough that I moved back to Kansas City bad. I just got tired. Like, if I'm gonna get hepatitis by laying on a needle in the beach, if I'm getting hepatitis, I want to get it the fun way, not accidentally. But we're back now. I love it. This city is phenomenal. I travel around, literally, guys. Shut up about this city or it's gonna get out of control real quick, okay?
Come on, everybody. How about clapping for all my buddies on there? Great, weren't they? Clap for them. God, I picked the wrong walk-up music. I don't want to do comedy. I want to fucking wrestle somebody. Want to wrestle, lady? I'll kick your ass. So you guys doing all right? You having a good day? It's nice to see you guys. My name is Tim Gaither. I'm a 45-year-old straight white Christian male, otherwise known as the enemy. I gotta wrap this up. I got a Klan rally to get to.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to the last show on Televida. It's the last show on location. We're at the Improv at Zona Rosa, and, this is a very funny comedian. He's been a friend of mine for years. I had to come to him. I chased him. We have Tim Gaither. Tim, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. It's great to see you. Great job tonight.
Yeah. Now, Tim is one of the few comedians from Kansas City that actually has his name on the Comedy Store wall. So how did you do that, and who are the famous comics your name's around?
Gosh, you had to ask me that because I can't even tell you. But Mitzi Shore passed me. I was one of the last people that she passed, which is one of the biggest.
Before she passed.
One of the biggest honors of my career. And I'm also proud of the fact that I did it in one showcase. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but she did not pass people in one showcase, but she did me and a few other people, and that's one of the biggest honors of my whole career.
Another thing you're doing, in addition to being a hilarious comedian, you have a podcast where you talk about wrestling. Is that true?
I have a wrestling podcast, and I have a podcast with Mike Baldwin called The Truthican, where we talk about politics, but we also talk about a lot of other things, kind of crazy things going on, just all the crazy things going on in our country, you know. But yeah, the wrestling one's called Wrestling Wednesday, and I've been very fortunate to talk to some of the best wrestlers this country's ever had, and I was a pretty good wrestler, but these guys are great, and they're all super generous with their time, which has been just amazing. I reached out to them during COVID, and they've all just been super gracious with their time. NCAA champs, world champs, and wrestlers don't get to tell their stories, so it's been really cool.
You know, the funny thing is, I thought Tim Gaither was the best wrestler comedian. That's not even true, is it?
No, Greg Warren was. I was a state champion, but Greg Warren was a college All-American D1 at Missouri. So I can't.
Greg Warren, a very funny comedian out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep.
So tell me how you first ran into me in comedy.
Well, you were already one of the big shots at Stanford's when I started, and then I was doing that show at what is the name of remember that one-nighter Chums?
Chums.
And Elliot was in the back, and he came off. After I got off stage, he was like, "We got to get you some work," and he started having me work for Ken Muller, and I started headlining way before I was ready to, and that was all because of Elliot. And yeah,
That's so sweet. You were already ready. Tell us where you were at the Improv tonight, anyway.
Well, we filmed it tonight professionally, and I'm hoping to turn it into my first special. So I figured I would come home and have as many friends and family here as possible, and I like to think it was a pretty good show.
So first of all, tell us where you started. You started in Kansas City, Missouri. What year? Give us your history real quick.
I graduated college in December 98, and I started doing stand-up comedy January 11th of 99. And I started doing it for a living 2 years, just shy of 2 years later. And I haven't had a day job in 23 years, so pretty proud of that.
That's the best thing, not having a day job. Well, Tim, thank you for coming out. Thank you for doing this amazing special. Have a happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, man, and thank you so much for being a part of it.
Adios. This is The Last Show.